1.
Record.
Okay.
Are you recording now?
I'm recording.
She's recording.
No.
Oh, that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Was it a bit too ASMR?
You know something?
Oh,
Before we start, ASMR,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually hate it.
Right. Can I just say, I hate that whole tappy ASMR.
Yeah.
ASMR. I can't say it. But I'm quite happy to listen to like frog sounds.
Like, you mean like ambience music?
Yes, ambient background noise. No, not even ambient music, just ambient background noise. So the other day at work, I was like, "Ooh, what does a cicada sound like?" So it's an insect, right, in the east, sort of Florida region, Florida, Georgia kind of region of America. And I know about them. I've known about them for ages. And I was like, have I heard a cicada? So I put it on at work.
I love how your brain works, but carry on. I wonder if I've heard of cicada before. What? What are you saying?
Anyway, so I put like cicada sounds on at work and just ended up listening to like cicada and swamp sounds for about an hour.
Swamp sounds?
Yeah, like the frogs and the insects and things that you get around
Surely
swamps.
like the sea is better. You know what I mean? Like
no,
sea and
the
rain.
the sea's noisy. I don't like that.
I like the sea.
The sea's all like crashy. I like it sometimes.
Or just like a trickling stream. That's a nice one.
No, trickling stream makes you want to go to the toilet.
No, I like a trickling stream.
No, but honestly, treat yourself. I'll send you what I was listening to. Treat yourself to some swamp noises.
See,
it's lovely.
I quite like lo-fi at the minute. I'm really enjoying that.
What's lo-fi?
It's music. Oh, again, I'll put it down there below. It's music that's like no words, and it's called like the titles are always stupidly long, like study / chill / something else beats.
Okay. Did we talk about this on the last podcast?
Maybe potentially.
We
It's been
may
a
have
while,
done.
and I've slept since then. I'd aged. But it's
Sorry,
like,
that was a weird watery laugh because I was drinking the water.
it's like it's got like crackles in from like record players. So imagine that. Imagine like music that just feels
okay.
And it's sort of like plinky plonky beats that are just a little bit
plonky.
A little bit.
I
You can tell I studied music, not. That like it's sort of rhythmic, but just some of the beats are like a little bit off because it's meant to be for studying, so it like distracts your brain just mildly, so you can focus. Because the way my brain works, I think I'm figuring my brain out, is that if I don't have something to distract me mildly,
yes,
my brain goes,
you
oh,
lose
look at that
complete
cloud.
Focus.
Look at this thing over here. Maybe if
I am exactly the same. I cannot work in silence, but I need something to somewhat distract me, but not overly stimulate
If I'm focused, like, and there's a thing and I'm like, boom, I feel inspired and focused and whatever, then I can just go for it. But there's like, you know, them days where you just think, I've got to do this thing, and I really do, like, your brain's not in it. I find that super helpful to like use that to kind of focus myself.
I am going to try this at work because you know I'm awful for not doing any work.
There's a YouTube channel, I think it's called like Lo-Fi Girl or something, and they've got Spotify as well. And they do a live thing most days.
Ooh.
So if you go on the channel, most times it's live, and they're just playing these songs. Or if you go on Spotify,
Amazon Music also has a lo-fi station, so I'm possibly going to start following that.
Yeah, but Lo-Fi Girl's the one I know, but they do like loads of stuff. Like the what I'm thinking, like the only ones I can think of because the ones I've seen, they do like anime theme song in lo-fi, or this theme song in lo-fi, or just music
Yes,
they put it in this sort of lo-fi beat kind of thing.
Okay.
I think there've been studies on it where it like improves like study time and whatever.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to check that out because you might need to remind me when I go back to work, but I am going to see if that helps me to be more productive at work.
I find it useful. I've quite enjoyed it, and I think from all the habit books I've ever read, when you're doing something so like productive, and we're going to go into the insides of my fun life. If say you're going to work on something, do the exact same thing before you start working.
Yeah.
So like it then just like it reminds you, but now it's work time. If you have routines that you step into, it makes the process of working a lot easier. Like before I go to bed, I do the exact same things, which I've found quite useful for helping me sleep.
Mm-hmm. I know for me in the morning, I need to start my day. My routine at work, in the office and when I was working from home, is the first thing that I would do is I would turn my computer on and then walk away and make a cup of coffee, which, if my employers are listening, does not sound productive. However, it is. It is part of that habit that makes me productive. So if I don't have that cup of coffee and my brain gets then off track completely.
Yeah.
It's not about drinking the coffee. It's about the ritual of making it, the habit and the ritual of making it.
Yeah.
So I do understand that.
Yeah. That's the kind
We've gone very serious and we haven't even done the intro.
Oh my God, we're not even introed yet. Also, can I say an apology
this week?
Yes, I am. Can I say an apology for last week? We all want to look at Adele, put her in the corner and say, shame.
No, I don't think I deserve this shame. I'm going to do the intro. I will do the intro in a minute, but I don't deserve this shame. Because I said to you, right? I said to you.
There is... what was I going to say?
And there is evidence of this. Yeah. There is audio evidence.
Audio evidence.
I said to you...
The word V, I was like... couldn't get out of my head yet.
We haven't even done the checks.
Which I replied, I'm professional and I've already done mine.
No, you didn't.
I did. There's visual evidence. It's audio
normally do the checks together.
I'd had a fab.
That is our ritual, is doing the checks.
I'd been at work. I
together.
thought that maybe Adele would do it herself.
Because we do it together. We've just been talking about the power of habit.
I was low-key hyper, I'm sorry.
We have just been talking about the power of habit, which is also a book.
I think that's the one I read.
I can't remember the author.
I'm going to write that down. We'll put it down there because I read that and it's good. Okay, bye.
And we've just been talking about it. And then you go and accuse me of not being professional enough to do the checks. But I go to, I am autistic, I need routine, and therefore someone switches
you gotta take
that
responsibility for yourself because I was in a low-key, hyper-manic...
You were. I will say this, but I also don't take responsibility because I don't want to. Anyway...
Then we're getting to the heart of the issue.
Yes. Anyway, hello and welcome to We Apologise for What You're About to Hear podcast. This is episode 14. Finally, episode 14. I am Adele.
And I'm Dani. Wow, I was like, wasn't ready for it. And then you just dropped it. I'm like, okay, sis, I'll step backwards. Get it.
Well, you were like in the background waving your hands around.
Yeah, because I was like, you're going to go, I can't do it while you're listening, blah, blah, blah. But you just did it.
No, I just did it. I was like, I'm not going to make a big deal of it.
I'm sick of you. I'm just going to make the intro. Shut up, Danielle, with your nonsense.
I was also losing an argument, so I was like, how do I get out of this argument?
I'll intro. That's amazing, though. What a life skill. How'd you get out of an argument? Just start introing at work. Adele, I don't feel like you're pulling your weight in this company. Hello and welcome to episode 14. We apologise for about to. Adele, what are you doing? In this week's episode, we're discussing habit. Adele, look at me, and you just slowly walk away. Adele!
Yeah. Do you know once I got told off for rolling my eyes at my boss?
Oh my God.
I know. He caught me and I just didn't... do you know, I didn't even know I was doing it. He said something and it was genuinely a work-related comment he'd made about me. And I must have just rolled my eyes and turned away.
I did get told off once at school for doing that to a teacher, and I didn't realise I'd done it until I'd done it, if that made sense. And I was No, I think I'm better. I think I'm better now. I don't know. I maybe just have a resting bitch face so people don't talk to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had a very good... This is the boss that left in February. I have a very good relationship with him. But it was just the fact that I must have felt so comfortable in his presence that I just rolled my eyes instead.
Adele, can you get those reports done for Tuesday? Just roll your eyes at me. No. Maybe.
I didn't even know. Even after I'd done it, I didn't know I'd done it, though. He was like, don't roll your eyes at me, young lady. I was like, oh.
I'm sorry.
Have I? Did I?
My eyes just roll. I've got problems. Have you seen them cats when they have like a head injury or something and they just their eyes again?
Yeah.
Like one of them.
I would have claimed that, I guess, at the time. But
What,
I
a head
just
injury?
Yeah. The
I
worst
don't think
of
you
it
can
was,
do that. I think that's bad.
Okay. But the worst of it was, I tried to deny it because, like I say, I didn't realise I'd done it, but we had a witness.
Oh,
I know.
Your Honour,
We had
can I invite the witness to the stand?
We
Did
had a
you see
witness
Adele roll her eyes? Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I rest my case.
So,
Your
yeah.
Honour.
I
Yeah.
couldn't even get out of the fact that I had because I got caught.
You got caught. You
Yeah.
got caught.
Never
out.
mind, though. So, just when you were telling me to take responsibility, I must have learned to internally roll my eyes and not actually roll them because you didn't catch me. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Life skills.
Life skills. Don't take responsibility, kids. Just learn to hide your rolling of eyes and the fact that you hate people. Just learn to hide it. Don't be
Yeah,
accountable.
well.
Just learn to hide your feelings. It's better. It works out in the end, kids. It works out in the end.
It does indeed. Clearly, because I still have a job at that company. So,
I mean, who's winning?
yeah, we do. It was my 4-year anniversary this week. I can't remember. Last week. It was my 4-year anniversary.
Well, it sounds like it was a special day.
It was. I completely forgot until I was texting someone and went, oh, I've been here 4 years now.
4
Yeah.
years.
Special day. Anyway, it's been nearly a month since we've podded, Dani. What's been
Is it a
going on in
month?
your life? Nearly. It was what day is it? The 3rd of July.
England's
today.
on tonight. The match is on. Sorry,
Oh,
I've got it out.
joy. So
I've got it
today
out.
is the 3rd of July. The last time we recorded was actually the 12th of June. So
It's
it is.
away.
It's like 3 weeks. You know.
No way. That's crazy.
Yeah. I know. A lot.
We've had a lot on, though.
Yeah. You have. I haven't. I've just been going to work still.
Well, you've aged. I've aged.
We're both aged, yeah.
I mean, we're both
Even
aging every
closer.
day, but our numbers change
Yeah.
now.
Well, yeah. Our numbers have both changed. I'm a year away from 40 and you've hit your quarter century mark.
I was speaking to I'm going to say this now because it's upset me and it's stayed with me for a while.
Oh.
I was speaking to our friend Mars, who
Yay, schmaz.
Schmars,
Because we call
who
her schmaz. Yeah.
kindly reminded me that if I was to go on the X Factor, I would now be in the 25 and over category, which freaked me out. No end.
But it did mean that if we were to go on the X Factor, we would be in the same category.
That's true, but that means we're we're competing anyway because only
No,
one
as
person
we could
wins.
be a duo. No, I thought you could go on as a duo.
Or you
Can you
can, but that makes us in the groups and not the over 25s.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. Okay.
So that's the loophole. We'll just have to go on as a
Okay.
group, so we're not in the overs category.
yeah.
but
we
I
won't
do
go on in
feel-
the overs. We'll
I'm
go
not in the
as a group.
girls anymore. I'm in the overs.
No. Oh, you're technically a woman now.
I don't lie. Don't. That was how you said it. I'm not mad with what you said. I'm just mad with how you said it.
It's because
You're
there's
a
that
woman
song.
now. What?
Do you know?
You'll
that
be a
song?
woman.
Woman
Soon.
soon.
I'm sure that's how it goes.
That's exactly.
That sounds
I
legit.
mean,
That sounds
yeah,
legit.
that's exactly how it goes.
Final answer. I'll go with that. Thank you.
Yes. So that's
That's
why
our
I said it that
karaoke
way.
song now. You'll be
Yeah,
a
be a
woman
woman
soon.
soon. Okay, I've never done karaoke, but I am willing to do it if we do that song.
I have never done
like
karaoke
that.
either.
Oh my god, we're gonna break our karaoke virginities together with that song.
Again, don't want that. Don't want that. No, but the thing with karaoke is, I don't like singing as much as I do sing on this podcast. But like genuinely singing, I think it's cringy.
I find people who think they can sing or really are
worst.
trying to sing are worse at karaoke. If they know they're hideous and they just go up there and like wail, cool. I'm all
I've got this
for that.
like weird thing against people being serenaded. I hate it. Not me being serenaded, just anyone being serenaded.
Being in the presence of someone serenading someone else.
I hate it. I don't know why I hate it.
Because it's cringeworthy. It's awful. That's why.
On those talent shows that sometimes are on, somebody always comes on and goes, "This is for my wife," or "This is for my husband," or whatever. And they start singing and they make eye contact. And I just don't know what it is. But
it's horrible. No, I'm with you. It is absolutely... It makes,
awful.
When your neck shrinks, tries to recline back into your shoulders and just disappear so you can swallow your own brain. Yeah, that's how it makes me feel.
Ruins my chi.
Grim.
Makes me mad.
Grim. I'm not don't get me wrong. I mean, going on to the whole serenading thing. I like romance.
I like romance.
I kind of I like subtle romance, but things that are like proper cheese romance, like someone serenading you, people proposing on one knee in the middle of the street. Fuck off.
How would you like people to propose?
I don't know. That's the thing. I didn't like the way I was proposed to.
Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Would that do it for you? If I just
that did it. That did it so much that I'm going to pull out the engagement ring right now and start wearing it.
Yes, queen. Because I can't afford one, so woo! I've already got one.
It's fine. I've already got two.
Damn.
I didn't like the way I was proposed to. I thought it was awful. It was like a half-assed attempt.
Can you tell? Will you tell?
Oh God! Does anyone really want to know?
Well, I'm intrigued because you said how bad it was.
Yeah. So I'd been with it's now my ex, but I'd been with him for like 5 years. 5 years. When he got to the point of proposing, I was like, oh yeah, whatever. It's kind of been and gone. The time has been and gone.
The time has gone.
But I kind of knew he was going to do it because he made all this fuss about wanting to go away somewhere for my birthday, which he never normally did. And he was like, oh, I've sent you a birthday present.
Dick.
I know, right?
Gosh.
Well, no.
Just the way you tell it, I'm like, ew, he wants to do something special for your birthday. What a monster.
No. Yeah, but he never normally did. It was normally up to me to organise going somewhere and doing something. So, and he was like, oh, I've sent you a present, but you're not allowed to open it. And I was like, he knew if he proposed on my birthday, I would say no. Fucking engagement rings are not birthday presents, right? So that rubbed me up the wrong way. Proper rubbed me up the wrong way. And
I agree with not being proposed on your birthday, but for different reasons.
I have got other reasons, but an engagement ring is not a fucking birthday present. Same as it's not a Christmas present. And I don't agree with proposals on Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, or birthdays.
Why? What's wrong with Valentine's Day? No?
No. Oh, fuck off. If you can't propose and be original on a different day of the week, fuck off. It's a no from me.
And with that, I'm out. Dragon's dead on him. Wow, there's a lot of criteria these people have got to follow.
Anyway, so he mail ordered my first engagement ring to me and sent it and said, don't open it even though it's a present. And then didn't give it to me on my birthday. So I knew it wasn't a fucking present because he didn't give it to me on my birthday. And then took it with us. We went to a castle because he'd never stayed in a castle overnight. And I was like, okay, you're American. Let's go stay in a fucking actual castle rather than a Disney castle.
Shade to the Americans.
I know, right?
You don't have castles, fam.
So we went.
What a
weird
weird diss that is. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? So we stayed at the castle, went for a nice meal at the restaurant downstairs, and then came back, we showered, got in bed. We were just about to go to bed and go to sleep when he was like, oh, I forgot to give you that present. And I was like, a bit fucking late now. It's a few days after my birthday, but you know.
But you didn't want it on your birthday.
Yeah, I didn't want to. No, he said it was a present.
But I thought you knew it was an engagement ring.
he hadn't told me that. He pretended it was a birthday present first.
So you guessed that it was an engagement ring, and you were mad that he was going to give it you on your birthday, and then you were also mad that he didn't give it you on your birthday.
I wasn't mad, right. I wasn't mad because I knew he wasn't going to. He knew the criteria that he couldn't do it on my birthday.
Oh my God.
He knew that.
There's a criteria.
So he was worried about it being too close to my birthday. But anyway, he told me it was a birthday present, but not to open it. So he's like, he's confusing it. Just don't fucking say anything. If you sent it to my brother, perhaps, and then collected it from him when we went to visit him, maybe that would have been a good idea, you know? Don't fucking send it to me and tell me it's a birthday present not to open it on my birthday. Anyway, so that kind of rubs me up the wrong way.
My head's falling off. Yeah, go on.
Right. So then, like, he passes me a pack with, like, Lego minifigure pack.
Oh, the romance is killing me. Yeah, go on.
I know, right? Exactly. This is why. So he passes me, and our usual thing is, like, it was just a thing that we did. Lego minifigures, you can, like, feel around in the pack because they're blind bags and try and figure out which one it is. And we used to do that. It was fun. He worked with, not for the company Lego, he worked with Lego. So, yeah, we used to do that. And, like, it's kind of fun to know if you're right or not. It's competitive as well. We were competitive. And, like, I could clearly feel the ring, but I pretended not to because I was like, I'm not going to give you an easy fucking out on this. And I was like, no, can't tell what it is. So we had to open it. And then there was a ring.
Oh, you
and
mean?
No, but he didn't even then say, will you marry me? And I was like, oh, yeah, look, a ring.
Wow.
Mm.
You were calling it a bitch.
I'm not. But, like, at no point did he, like, actually properly propose. And I was like, oh, it's a ring, cool. And he was like, yeah, do you know what kind of ring it is? I was like, no, I'm assuming it's some sort of gemstone I don't already have.
Oh,
anyway.
Adele, that's mean. That's mean.
I can be a bitch. But I'm sorry. If you're going to propose, don't be like, don't go fucking half-assed, but also don't do it cheesy, you know? Like, at least say the words.
I'm never proposing to you. It sounds too complicated.
You already have done. I said yes earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
So was that a better proposal?
Anyway. Yeah, it was a really good one. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we kind of went, oh, yeah, I was hoping it'd be, you know, hoping you'd marry me. I was like, yeah, okay. In fact, I don't think I said yeah. I think I said okay then.
Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. I'm going to call you out. That's mean.
Yeah, okay. No, I didn't say yeah. I said okay then. And shrugged.
Okay then.
He said I shrugged as well. Okay then.
Oh, Adele.
I know, right? But it wasn't even a proper engagement ring. It wasn't a diamond. So, you know.
There's too many things we need a diamond. We need it not to be by your birthday or any significant celebration.
Mm-hmm. I will say I don't mind Easter. Easter's okay.
Oh, okay. What makes Easter okay?
Because Jesus died for us all.
What?
I don't know. Easter's not a time when you would normally get engaged, so I'm okay with that. Same as Halloween. I don't want a Halloween proposal personally. But I'm like, okay, these are religious celebrations and people don't usually.
I think I'm having a breakdown. What do you mean?
No, but imagine this. There you are. You normally exchange Easter eggs at Christmas, and inside is a lovely ring box in Cadbury's purple or any other colour of chocolate wrapping that's rich and lovely with a beautiful, huge diamond engagement ring. I'd say yes to that. You get chocolate and a ring. Cool.
Oh my god. Oh my head feels like it's falling off.
You're not okay with the
I just think there's too many steps. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of steps.
Look, I'm not saying you have to like go all out for a proposal. I'm just saying.
It sounds like that's exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I don't like those big, like, huge gestures.
Just not near any significant date of the year. Big ass diamond.
Yeah, big ass diamond is a prerequisite. Thank you.
And also, no Lego involved, please.
No Lego. Fuck that shit. I mean, no, that was just too childish. I'm like,
yeah, but that sounded like that was your thing, that you guessed Lego together, and he was.
Yeah, but still, I'm an adult, and if you're going to propose to me, propose like a fucking adult.
Not with Lego.
Yeah, not with Lego. And don't say, oh, I was wondering if you want to get married. We've talked about marriage for 4 fucking years. You know I won't get married. Don't say it like I'm wondering it as if you've never talked about it
Maybe
to me.
Just shy.
Fucking ask me.
Maybe shy.
I mean, you know exactly what happened with my husband, so no.
Maybe shy.
I don't give a shit. It was just me and him. There was no one else to watch if I rejected him. Also, can I just say, we should have known it was doomed because it happened the night of Brexit.
Dun dun.
Yeah. That tells you everything. 2016,
The universe
I got proposed to.
Thought, Adele's being proposed to. Let's also do Brexit the same day.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Yeah. So,
that's how it worked.
you know, waking up as a newly engaged woman to find out actually the polls had all come in and we were fucking leaving Europe, which I was told. I personally, I'm not going to put this on anyone else, but I am fucking against the whole Brexit, the fact that we've left Europe. So, you know, fun times!
What?
Anyway, we went down that was a long
That was a
road.
long and winding road.
Yeah. With my fucking Lego proposal. Don't even know which minifigure it was. I still can't remember. I was just like, yeah. And the only reason I still have that engagement ring is because my dog was the only one to notice it. Like, I was wearing the engagement ring, like coming home and everything. And
I have a face of confusion for those that can't see.
Pardon?
I have a face of confusion for those that
well,
can't see.
no, but like, so I wore the engagement ring. No one, because it looked so little like an engagement ring, no one fucking noticed it. Right?
But was it on the right finger?
It was on the right finger. It was on the correct finger, but nobody even noticed it because, like I say, it looked so little like an actual engagement ring. And the only one that noticed straight away, my dog came straight up to it and whacked her nose on it.
Yeah, but I doubt she was going, oh, mama, you got an engagement ring now.
No,
Woof.
she wasn't. No, she was going, oh, this is
I don't think
fucking
dogs
new.
understand the concept of marriage.
No, she just knew that it was new and different and something that hadn't previously been on my hand.
Did she tell you that?
Pardon?
Did she tell you that?
No, but she doesn't normally go and stick her nose straight on my ring finger.
I don't know.
No, she didn't. Horror was never like... horror was normally like run straight at you, jump up and...
What are you doing?
Yeah, but never straight to the ring finger. It would have been different if she had.
What I will say for that dog, it was never straight to the ring finger. What?
She wasn't. Anyway, yes. So we have gone so far off topic.
A half an hour tangent.
I know. Well, no, not just on that because we have we did the pre-record of the bit before the intro. So you know, just a 20-minute tangent.
That's fine.
Not half an hour. You know,
just an hour. It's all right.
Yeah, I can't believe. Oh Christ! It's like it's a lot going on right now. I can't believe we've gone down memory lane already. I know. Anyway, back on track of the fact it has been.
Let's
been a
slam
while.
the brakes on and get this show back on the road. Let's do a 20 million point turn and get it back on.
Donut? No, not a 20 million point turn. Let's just fucking donut in the road. What has been going on in your life, young lady?
Oh my god, everything. I've aged as
we know that. We've already said that. Yeah.
I've been on holiday to Bala, in Welsh Wales.
Nice.
I've been to Welsh Wales. And then, do you want to know the thing that's floating my boat? Should we do that?
Yes, I do. Are you only doing one, or are you?
I'm gonna do 2. Bala's gonna be one of them. I'll tell you some stories from Bala.
Okay.
We had a good time. So the first thing that's floating my boat, because obviously I watched, as I said in the previous episode, a bit of Bo Burnham, that Inside thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason YouTube just started suggesting to me loads of Bo Burnham stuff, because I think loads of people must have been Googling him or whatever. And then I learnt that he had a show on MTV like back in the early 10s, I think. Mm-hmm. And I thought, God, okay, I'll give it a go. And I watched it, and it's called Zack Stone is Gonna Be Famous. And I'm not going to lie, it made me weep. It was so, so funny. You can get it on Amazon, and you can also get it illegally, but I'm not going to promote you do that.
No, we won't promote that kind of stuff.
Shh. Wasn't the opposite. But you can do that if you want to do that, because that's kind of what I did, but I didn't do that. Okay, thank you, bye.
Oh, my God, Dani.
Yeah?
We need to stop whispering, because I don't think the microphone's going to pick that up.
You don't like the ASMR aspect of what I'm doing?
No, We don't like the ASMR, Dani.
Okay.
It's kind of creepy.
It's gross. We discussed that we hate ASMR. But yeah, it was really funny and I really enjoyed myself. And it's kind of,
cool.
It was ahead of its time because he, as the title suggests, is going to be famous. So Zach Stone is the name of the character. Every week tries to do something else to make himself famous. He is I believe he's like 18 in the show. 18-year-old lad that spent his life savings hiring a camera crew to follow him around because he wants to be famous. So it's very of the TikTok generation and of everyone trying to just achieve this idea of fame because they think it's going to make them happy or whatever. But
I hate that.
Yeah, and it's an interesting sort of take on it, and it feels like for when it was produced, because all the phones are kind of dead old, and I just found it really nostalgic. And the I don't know what it is about like a comedy show like that when the phones are old and the sets, they weren't cheap sets, like don't get me wrong, but it looks like reality but just a little bit off, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look quite real. I find that very appealing, that it looks a little fake.
I am looking forward to when you add this to the link to the show notes, because I actually really want to watch this.
It's very
good. Really want to watch it.
I've sent you the link already.
I know you have, ago. But 3 weeks ago. But,
3 weeks ago. Tomato.
I know, and I do want to watch it. I just haven't got round to it because I've been desperate to finish The Bold Type before season 5 starts. And then yes, which disappointing season 4 finale, we'll say that. Not going to go into it. But since trying to replace The Bold Type, I've discovered Glow. I'm only 6 years behind.
I didn't like Glow when I watched it.
I really do, but that's because I think you are more of a wrestling purist, aren't you?
It was never
Not
that for
days,
me.
But
it just felt like my whole... Have you watched it all? I don't want to spoil things.
No, I've only watched
season
3
1?
episodes. No, not just 3 episodes.
3 1. I'll say things, but without being spoilery.
Okay.
For people that don't know, Glow is... when was it set?
Gorgeous
like the 60s?
Ladies of Wrestling, set in the 1980s.
The 1980s, and it's about a group of women that become wrestlers. Yeah? I'm summing it up. I found it to be not wrestling enough for people that like wrestling. And then some of the characters' choices, I was like, well, why are you likable? How am I meant to like you as a character? Like, it didn't feel like enough of a story to be a drama, and I didn't feel enough of a wrestling thing to be a wrestling thing. That was my whole issue with it.
I do understand that. I think they were trying to build to something, and I can see where they were trying to go. But I will say, so far, what I would call the main character, she's not likable.
No.
At all.
Which I always really struggle with. I like to empathise, I like to root for them, and I didn't feel like I rooted for her. I'm like, you're just a bit of an arse.
Yeah, no, I'm not rooting for her. Not just because she's a bit pathetic.
Yes.
She makes some very bad decisions, and she is weak. Very weak. And I don't like those characters. And it's not really her that's drawn me in. The character, for anyone else who may have watched it or may be thinking of watching it, the character that's drawing me in is Cherry.
Which one's Cherry?
She's the taller, athletic black lady that used to be a stunt woman.
I think I remember, but I've forgotten. It's been years since I've seen it.
Oh, right, okay. But there are only 2 fully, and I mean this in, they're not mixed race, they are actually fully black women in the cast as main characters, and she's the taller, more athletic one. And I really love her storyline and hope it develops, so that's why I'm continuing to watch. It's not actually for the person who is currently the main character, who's this little tiny little white thing that just is pathetic and has no backbone. She's not likable. However, I will say some of the side characters are really likable for me, and I really wish they develop and push those more, and that's why I'm hoping. How many seasons are there? Because I've only
I think I watched either, I can't remember again, it's been years. I either finished season 1 and never went any further, or got halfway through and never went any further.
I do think it's been cancelled anyway, because it probably just did not get, like I say, if they don't push the right people, then you're not going to get the right response.
It just didn't feel like it knew what it wanted to be, or it was trying to be too many things, and it just didn't work for me.
Okay. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying the sort of side storylines.
And I think what it did as well, which is something I detest in film and TV, when they're like, well, it's loads of women. It's all women in the cast. I'm like, that never sells me. Why not just make a good story? Oh, and by the way, most of the cast are women. I hate when the selling point is, it's all women. I'm like, that doesn't make it good.
Well,
just make good characters. Oh, by the way, they're all women. You know what I mean? I think Orange is the New Black did that well.
I haven't seen that.
You would love it. It's up your street 1,000,000%. Orange is the New Black had a mostly female cast, but made them interesting characters. It wasn't just the fact they were women. I just despise it. I think it's so cheap. It's like, give people interesting characters rather than just, it's their gender. So
much
that interesting?
Concerned by, are they women? For me, it's about, and this is what really kind of like has annoyed me and rubbed me a little bit wrong with Glow, is that I felt like it was a male director, and then when I found out it was a female director, I was like, oh, she's really filming this through the male gaze. And that bothers me. As a feminist, I want to see women presented through a neutral, not necessarily but a more neutral gaze. When you see women constantly presented through a male gaze, it's kind of annoying because it is very much about sexualizing women and presenting women as certain sexual stereotypes, even if they don't all automatically presume that way. That's because we've been brought up with women shown that way that we don't notice it as much. But when you become aware of it, you start to see it much more, and it definitely is obvious with Glow that we are seeing women presented through the male gaze for, even though it's not overtly sexual in itself as a show, you are seeing women as sexual beings still. They are only presented as
I think you should really try
beings.
Orange is the New Black. I think you would like it.
Okay, I'm interested. I think it was just too big at the time when it came out.
And Adele's not mainstream.
No, it's not that. when there's a lot of hype, like with Game of Thrones, like with all the others, when there's so much hype, I feel like I can't get away from something. Then I have to sort of turn my back on it just to get away from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel overwhelmed by the hype, and I'd rather go back to it years later, like with Breaking Bad. I went back to it many years after it had finished, and I was like, okay, I don't necessarily like it, but it's not because it's mainstream. I just don't like Walter White. Yeah. And, you know, I think he's an unsympathetic
I would definitely
character.
Suggest... See, I'm trying to remember Breaking Bad. I do know what you mean, and he's unsympathetic, but I think they did it in a way that, like, you sort of start, you feel pity for him, maybe, and it's that slow evolution. Because when, like, my whole thing is, I don't care who's directed it, I don't care who's acted in it, I don't care any of that. Is the story good? That's my main thing. Does it make me feel? Does it... Because I love story and whatever. So that's always my thing, is that the character's good. I'm not bothered by anything else. Politics-wise, it just doesn't bother me. And that... the thing, like we were saying, unsympathetic characters, like with him... I kind of like, he was a bit unsympathetic, but it worked in what they did. I liked the story they told.
It worked up until the final season, and then I
Spoiler.
got bored. Sorry.
Again, I can't remember.
I'm not gonna go into detail. It worked in a way to the final season because you were interested in what was happening. You were interested in the dynamic between him and his wife, him and Gus, who, spoiler alert, is the big drug lord. You were interested in him and his relationship to Jesse, and would he get found out and all that kind of thing. So you were. But then in the final season, I'm a DNF on the final season because I was just, I just got bored. I just got bored, and I was like, no, I've stopped caring. I've stopped caring what happens to any of you people. And I can't give you the main spoil as to why I stopped caring, but there was a specific thing that happened to a particular character who I did really like, and that ruined it for me.
Okay.
And I don't want to go into it. I can probably tell you after, but we'll have forgotten we had this conversation straight after the podcast. So yeah,
definitely.
But there is a character who is no longer in it in the final season. They go out of it for a particular reason. with, I guess, no chance of coming back. And that really ruined it because that was the character I was most invested in.
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
get that.
So that's why I DNF'd on Breaking Bad. Sorry. Anyway, we were talking about what was floating my boat, I guess. Were we? I don't know anymore.
I don't know who I am.
I don't know. But yeah, Glow was one of those things. I was like, oh, it's not great, but it's just kind of filling the gap while I wait for the season 5 of the Bold Type. Yeah. Oh, it was because we were talking about the Zach thing. Itchy nose. Yeah. So anyway, so those were your floaty boaties.
Yeah, and Bala.
That's grim. Oh, you went black and white for a minute then.
Oh, wow.
I know, it was like you were stepping back in time.
I'm an old-fashioned woman.
Gone back to 1950s.
I don't know why I've gone Yorkshire, but it happened, hasn't it?
Because
really?
because in black and white, everything was
Yorkshire
as well.
Or a very posh person talking like this, very much Queen's English. Or it was like that. That's the only vibes we can do.
That only way. Yep, exactly. And if you go back even further, everyone was a pirate or a farmer. So, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of floated my boat this week. And then the other thing that's really, really been floating my boat is I cannot speak anymore.
Good job you can speak when we're doing a podcast. That's fun.
I know, right? Isn't it great that I have this ability to just speak like a normal human? So the Maybelline... oh my god, Maybelline lash serum, but it's a specific one, and I took a screenshot of it earlier because I was like, I need this screenshot. I need to know what I'm going to talk about because I am, professional. But then I lost it. Yeah, so it's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Boosting Serum, and it's
this is
lovely.
what I could do with this.
Yes, it's very good. I've tried some really expensive lash serums, like expensive, there's some that are like 55 quid. And I've, happily bought, and they've worked. They have worked. And there are some that are like £100.
Oh,
yeah. But and they don't work, and they don't. They don't work. This one is like $14.99.
Oh, go on then.
So it's more than you would want to spend because nobody actually wants to have lashes that need a serum to make them grow a little bit. And I will say, it doesn't give you like boom lashes. It's not like wahee. But it does enhance the flutteriness. And you use it twice a day. You've got to wait for it to dry before you can move on and do something else. So, it's a bit of a pain in the arse as an extra step in your skincare. But it hasn't irritated my eyes in the way that the expensive ones really have left me with.
Is it one where you like put it on the lash or put it on the on the top?
It's both. It is both. Right. I know, because the ones where you put them on the top, like an eyeliner, those ones I've found have really irritated my eyes and left me with like big red raw looking eyes. I've had, because you bring it to sort of the corner of your eye, you get hair sprouting out of like the skin rather than the eyelash line. So they work in terms of like they make your eyelashes grow, but you actually get extra hair around the socket of your eye, which is really fucking weird because it's not fine hair either. It's like hair. Like ginger hairs coming out,
Oh.
It was weird, weird. And it's not a pleasant place to pluck because it's a very sensitive area. This doesn't have any of those side effects, which is fantastic. It doesn't have the same side effects as some of the also really expensive ones that can actually change your eye colour, which is irreversible once that happens. I didn't know that. I looked into it. I looked into the chemicals. The chemicals can actually change the colour of your iris, and it is irreversible.
So what? Just like...
I don't know. I really don't know. But like some people have said it's given them brown patches in their blue eyes. It made their eyes darker. Yeah. So, be really careful if you're trying these things. But the Maybelline Lash Sensational one doesn't have that effect. It's really nice. You brush it on like an eyeliner, and then it's got a spoolie that you brush it through the lashes. And I will say it has not improved the length by masses, but it has definitely made them feel stronger. I'm losing less lashes than I do when I don't use,
because I get the LVL perm thing.
Yes, and obviously if you
permed your hair, you'd want to protect it.
Yes.
Like, I haven't noticed like masses of my lashes falling out, but I'm thinking it's better prevention than cure kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. So it really conditions and nourishes them, and you do notice a little bit more in terms of like a flutteriness rather than a massive amount of length or volume. It's just a nice. So yeah, and I have noticed that I don't lose when I don't use anything at all. My lashes just fall out willy-nilly. And I'll send you the link to it on Boots' website, so and then we'll obviously post a link to it on whatever website we decide to go with. But it's been really nice, and I like it, and I'm not having any soreness, any issues. And for £15 for like a 2-month supply, that's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah. So that has been really, for the past kind of month, I haven't wanted to say anything because it was like, you want to give it a good 8 weeks or whatever.
Test it.
I haven't wanted. Yeah, but it's been really good. I've been using it now, I think, for a full 2 months, and I bloody love that stuff. So not, if you're a dude listening to this, you probably have stopped listening because it's not your bag or whatever. But if you're a dude who's got short eyelashes and you're jealous of all those dudes with big Bambi lashes, mate, get some.
Get it.
Might be in a pink tube, but no one will care. No one will see it once it's
no one will see your pink tube. It's fine.
Yeah, and also, what if you're a dude who likes pink? Go get it.
Go get it, queen.
Sunshine. Yeah.
Understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to tell you some like interesting tales from Bala?
Yes,
the
please.
things we did. So when we were at Bala, we thought we'll go see the lake. Now, the area where we were in, there's a reservoir, which I presume was the lake because it was the first thing we saw. But that's not the lake. But it was a reservoir, not a lake. So we went looking and driving around, so we took the complete wrong turn. And then we were driving down the road, and we turn off, and I kid you not, we end up on this, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a road, honey. Well, it was, but it really shouldn't have been a road. You were going
up...
Was
it like when we went to Kiel?
Close.
Or Wales.
Very
close.
Oh
God. Is it one of those roads in Wales where it's like a cliff edge and you just
We were on cliff edges. We were going up, we were in the valleys. Like, we were properly I think we were driving up Snowdon at one point, but it just would not end. We were on it for about an hour, and you could not turn around. There's nowhere to turn because we were in a convoy as well, so you really can't turn around. And we were terrified every time we met a car because it was just like, where do you go?
This reminds me a bit of when we went to Wales with uni and like,
yeah.
Oh God, yeah, there was just literally nowhere to go.
There's just
literally, yeah.
I've got some videotape of it, and I don't have it on me, so I won't be able to post it or anything.
Videotape? That's old school.
I don't know why I said videotape. It's just a normal camera. I don't know what's wrong with it.
No,
I have a video of it.
Took an actual old school VHS recorder with her.
Hey, grandmother, stand there while I film you. Let's be turning the thing. So we're on this thing, and we must have been on it for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we're just driving, and it's going up hills. We ended up in people's fields. We got.
I think you say we ended up in someone's garden. I was like, cool,
probably. But like, the thing is, as well, I looked at my phone to like get the sat nav up because we're on a normal sat nav, but I'm thinking, but I couldn't see because it was like, well, you're in the hills, honey. Like, where are you? And we were following another car, like the lead car we were following, and I was in the car behind. So I thought, I'll look on my phone, see if I can figure out how close we are to civilization. Obviously, no signal, because you're in the arse end of nowhere. So we're just driving, and like the bridges we were going over were like the thinnest bridges, and you're thinking, this is how I die. And it was just so funny. It was just ridiculous. And like, you'd get to places and you'd have to open a gate. So we had to keep getting out to open this gate. And it was just like, oh my God. And it just seemed never ending. But it was funny after, when we got out.
I love places where you have to go through and open the gate. And then there's always a cow there.
But can you imagine? Luckily, I wasn't driving. But I would hate to have driven it because, like,
it's hard to do it driving.
If I knew, if somebody said, right, no one will be on this road, nobody will be there, you can just drive through. I'm like, yeah, I would do it then. But, like, at one point, we met 2 tractors. Grateful that they reversed back and let us through.
They are in a position where they know the roads. Don't forget they live around there. It's not like they're tourists.
But, like, saw these tractors and went, ah! Like proper screamed at them. It was so funny, but like it was terrifying.
Can I just say, you wanted us to take a trip to Bala?
Yeah, but we won't be going
there.
Okay,
you're not selling it right now. Because
the lake.
If that's,
okay, let me tell you with the lake. Let me tell you with the lake. So a couple of days after we go on to Bala Lake, the actual lake, we found it. We found it this time.
Okay. It took 2 days, but they found it.
I didn't. What would you? Either a kayak or a canoe. What's the bigger one?
The bigger. There is a.
It's a 3-man
difference.
Whatever.
So I think that's a kayak when you can fit more people in. I'm not sure. It's
we'll
one
go
or
with
the
kayak,
other.
But we might be wrong.
It's one or the other. Yeah.
It's one or the other.
We'll narrow it down to one or the other. You know.
We're gonna say kayak. It had 3 people in. So we're on this kayak and we're like rowing. And it was just beautiful. Like the water was it was like glass. It was so still, and it wasn't a windy day or anything. So we had a really nice row around. But then there was some windsurf, but obviously because there's no wind, they're just slowly like going. So we were like chuckling at them because it was so funny. And this one guy obviously saw us laughing at him. And he had like a little skull and crossbones on his little flag thing. So it was so funny. This poor man. We then just started like ringing around. It was the weirdest form of bullying I've ever been a part of.
You are a bully.
But the reason why we sort of turned around again was because the speedboat that was obviously in charge of the group had come to tell him, you need to head back because in 20 minutes time, the next group want to go. Oh, God, it was so funny. Because thinking, how is he going to get back? He was halfway across the lake, just slowly going. Just, honest to God, you've seen toddlers crawl quicker. Like, it was the slowest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so funny. This poor man.
It was so cruel. This poor man was out there trying to, hone his skills, and there you are laughing at him. But what I really would. Do you know what I want to try? I'm a little bit scared because I am not the strongest swimmer, and no, because I can't swim, but I do want to swim. I want to try paddleboarding.
Is that the one where you stand on it and you like use
and paddle? Yeah,
yeah. That looked. I wanted to do that, but like I didn't rent out a suit, so we did it like dry.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was funny as well. So it was like me, my mum, and her boyfriend on the kayak, and. So he hands me the guy who's obviously doing the handing out of the kayaks and you've got to wear a life jacket.
Life vest, yeah.
Life vest, whatever. Hands me mine, bone dry. Hands it to my mother, who he says, for her size, they have to wash them, don't they, because of the Rona.
Mm-hmm.
Hers was soaking wet and she was in her normal clothes.
Oh.
Honest to God, I was like sitting there with my dry one on going, and then my mum's boyfriend also got completely a bone dry one as well. So it was soaking wet.
I feel so bad for your mum.
It was bad, but it was kind of funny as well. Because
it was so uncomfortable when you put something wet on.
I was like, because it was my idea to do the boat thing as well. So
I bet.
You ready to go on the boat? Should we go on the boat now? Let's do it.
Sod you are. Sod.
But it was beautiful though. When we were on it, everyone was like, all of us agreed just how nice it was. Just rowing the little boat down. Anyway, it was just ace. And then the next
when we go, we are doing the kayaking, canoeing, whatever it's called. The thing we are. I'm terrified, but given there's a life vest and given that
we'll get wetsuits.
You've done it once. Given that you've done it once as well, I feel slightly safer.
And then also there was a place we went to. We cycled up there. Learned I was very unfit and can't cycle very far. That was fun. That's a fun way to learn that you're unhealthy. And also really struggling to sit down anymore because the seats were so hard. I've like ruined myself.
She's bruised.
I'm all bruised
and battered.
I'm bruised and battered. I'm a broken woman. So we've took the bikes down and we found this like train line thing and like an old-fashioned train, like a steam train, whatever. And we go to like the shoreline. And
was that in black and white as well?
It might have well as been. It was beautiful. it was there like another still day. And if I'd had a change of clothes, I would have gone swimming in it, because a couple of people were swimming in it. There wasn't loads of people there. But, like, it was just amazing. Just, like, you've never seen anything like it. Like, it was just, it didn't look real. It looked like it was from a film or something. It was so peaceful.
I hope you're remembering where these places are, because we are going there.
Yes. Queen. Yes. It was, I can't even begin to describe how nice it looked. I've already looked at places we can stay at.
Okay.
But I just can't begin to describe. I wish I took a picture, because I didn't have a phone on me because we were cycling and I was worried I was going to drop it. It was just beautiful.
You know, you can get things like zips on pockets and stuff.
I didn't have zips on my pockets, and I'm a clumsy mofo, and I panic about expensive things and me being involved. I was worried I was going to go face first.
Did you not take a bike or anything? A bag?
No.
Take a bike to go cycling. Did you take a... No,
Did you take a bike to go cycling? Maybe. I think I did. Wait a minute. Was I just running really fast? Maybe that's why I was so tired. No, yeah. I didn't take a bag with me. Nobody did.
Oh. See, I'm one of those people that cannot go and do anything without having my keys, my phone, my purse, a lip balm, a mirror, and some tissue.
So, you know, we were off-roading, you know what I mean? Well, we weren't off-roading, we were very much on the road.
So who had your keys?
Well, we had one set of keys and put everything else in the car.
Okay. Oh, God, no, couldn't do that.
Somebody did have a phone, but I didn't realise until after that they had a phone, or otherwise I would have made them take a picture of it, because it was just... wow. Like, honestly. Like, and I'd really want to swim over to the other side of the lake, but I think it maybe be a mile, and if I can't cycle 3 miles, I definitely can't swim a mile. Although it was pretty still. We saw little fish and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think I would freak out, though, if a fish decided to, like, try and eat my toe or something.
It was little fishes in a little group, and they were just bobbing about.
A shoal of fish.
Yes, there you go. That's a good word.
No. Yeah, shoal.
But yeah, it was just... It was absolutely beautiful, and I would really recommend it to people to go. Because I think as well, like, with everything that's gone on with the pandemic, most people go abroad. Like, I used to go abroad a lot. Yeah, I'd do holidays, but I'd go Cornwall, or I'd go... You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't think to go Wales. I used to go Prestatyn back in the day.
You wouldn't think to go Wales?
Well, we used to go Prestatyn back in the day. You know what I mean? When I was a kid and stuff. So you think, oh, that's what Wales is like. But this was...
Oh, no, there are some beautiful, beautiful places in Wales.
Yeah. And then I think when... Oh, and this was a funny thing as well that I found about being in Wales. Obviously, the signs are in English and they're in Welsh. Obviously, you're in Wales. You know what I mean? And normally the first one is Welsh, obviously, again, because you're in Wales. But because of my dyslexia, sometimes I'd look at signs, and for a while I couldn't work out if the reason I couldn't read it was because it was in Welsh or because I'm dyslexic. So I'm just sort of staring at the sign going, no, it's Welsh. Okay, look at the one below. Or sometimes I would read it, like when it was times or like stay to this time and go at this time kind of thing for car parks, and read the Welsh bit and understand it because the numbers were there, so my brain would just do the rest and go
figure
out.
Yeah, because you're so used to things looking slightly different.
Yeah, things looking odd and not being able to just go boom, that's what it says. So there was so many times looking at signs going, is it Welsh, or because I can't read, I can't figure it out.
Wait, I will admit, like, there are certain languages, if you're English and dyslexic, looking at them written down, so I would say Welsh, Polish, they're not the easy. Maybe Russian as well, but it's completely different.
I think
alphabet.
Because as well, it wasn't like, obviously Wales is a different country, but you're not like abroad where they just have obviously the signs in their language, so you kind of know you won't be able to read that sign. But because both were there, I sort of go to look, and then I, you know, because obviously I'm used to just looking at the first thing and that being a language I can understand. And then it like, oh no, it isn't, honey. This is not what you can understand. So there was a good couple of times where I was staring at things going, that is not my language. That is why I can't read it. But it did take me like 2 or 3 seconds to work that out.
Yeah. you know, I love that though. I love the fact that Wales does have its own. I love the Welsh language as well. Singing in Welsh is something
you do often.
I used to, yeah. When I was getting married, I used to have to go to church in Wales.
Oh, yes. I forgot that you got married in Wales.
So because you have to be a member of the community to get married in a church. Like, you can get married in Britain, you can kind of get married anywhere you want, but if you want to get married in a church in that area, you then have to become a member of that parish. So I used to have to go to church all the time in Wales, and a lot of the mass, although the mass was in English, some of the songs were actually in Welsh. So we used to sing in Welsh. It's beautiful. Not my voice, but the rest of them. It is a beautiful language to sing in because it's melodic in and of itself. So I'm such a geek for...
I had a few occasions though where people went to me and spoke to me in Welsh.
Welsh,
so I almost look Welsh.
Well, I don't think the Welsh look much different to English people because...
No, but I could pass for Welsh. Everywhere I've ever been, people looked at me and gone, English. Oh, obviously. Because there's one woman came up to me
do they? Because, I mean, clearly not in Wales.
Not in Wales. That's what I mean. So, like, everywhere I've been, they've literally just gone, oh, hello, and spoke to me straight away in English. But that was the first time anyone's ever looked at me, presumed me.
And spoken to you in their language.
Yeah. And then I looked at her and went,
why didn't you say hi? I'm English.
No, but... that's what I thought I'd do, but I just sort of like wasn't expecting anyone to speak to me. So I just sort of went, and then she went, are you in the queue? And I went, no.
I kind of wish she'd have done that thing that English people do to people abroad and like spoken to you very slowly but still in Welsh. Loudly, slowly, but still in Welsh.
I just went, I didn't know what, I was thinking to myself, why don't you just say sorry? I don't speak Welsh. You know what I mean? Why don't you just speak? But instead I just went, and just stared at her like some fool. I was so mad at myself. What are you doing, you idiot?
Oh, bless. It does happen though. I mean, I get told all the time in England, oh, you're a proper English rose, blah, blah, blah. But then when I go to other places abroad, people just automatically speak to me in their language. So clearly not that much of an English rose. So I remember going into it, and not even in England. Not even in England. I wasn't even in Poland. I was in England, and I went into a shop, and so it automatically just spoke to me in Polish. And at the time, I didn't know any Polish, and I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm English. I felt really guilty for being English because
sauce one.
Yeah. It's that thing when someone expects you to be one thing and you're not. For some weird reason, we automatically feel slightly apologetic that we're not.
I'm so sorry. That happened to me at work once. Did I tell you that about one of the lads at work? He's Italian. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was because of my name. Even though I swear my name's French, I don't know. It was like, oh, you're Italian. And I was like, look at me. Yeah, he thought I was Italian. Because of like Dani. He went, oh, Daniela, Italian. I'm like, no.
But you're Danielle, not Daniela.
I tell them often, but some people do call me Daniela. And I'm like, nope. Just call me Dan. Most people call me Dan. And I'm like, just stick with Dan. It's fine. I don't mind being called.
Some people call you a pain in the arse as well.
Some people do that. I mean, some people call me worse, but we don't hear that.
This is true.
This is truth. But yeah, he's like, oh, you're Italian. I'm like, no. Like, look at me. You've never seen a paler person in your life, sir.
I mean, you do get pale Italians. I'm not going to tell you that.
No, I obviously do get pale Italians, but like, look at me. Does anything with my blonde hair and blue eyes scream Italian to you? They've all got like beautiful dark hair, haven't they? Like, well, most of them. That's an Italian
stereotype.
Trait. Yeah, an Italian
stereotype. But
to have dark hair.
It's not like I would look at you and go, oh, she looks Italian.
Exactly.
No. I mean, I know who this person was as well, and I just think...
Like, maybe German. What? I could pass for German or
No,
English.
I would say if you were going to pass for anything, it would be Swedish.
Yeah, okay, I could pass for Swedish.
You know, you've got the stereotypical Swedish, pale skin, blue eyes, long blonde hair, you're quite tall. You have a stereotype of what
Whoa. I need you to say that again so everyone hears, because I get laughed at a lot for being small in my household, so just say it again for me.
Okay, you are quite tall for a woman.
Thank you. I always get called short arse.
Yes, because you are the shortest in your family.
They're a bunch of freaks.
Tall
They're
people.
nearly 6 foot. Well, one of them is 6 foot, and then my mother's nearly 6 foot. She's a freak.
Yeah, so you are the shortest person in a family of tall people. Like, I know I am average height for a woman. However, on my dad's side of the family, I am the short arse because everyone else is freakishly tall. Like, the women are freakishly tall on my dad's side of the family. So therefore, out of everyone, I'm the dwarf. Yeah, it does feel pretty shitty, actually, doesn't it, to be called small, short. Amongst tall people who are freaks.
Well, that's what I tell them. I tell them they're freaks in nature and I'm above average height for a female. Google it in the UK. Google it. But if I go to work, because I've always worked with women, I've gone into very female-dominated sectors.
Yes.
A lot of them are quite small.
Than you. Yeah.
So they're always like, oh, can you pass me this? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, see, I'm like Monkey Arms, the one who's reaching up, and as you know, out of all my friends, you, I think you're probably. I have like a weird group of friends where I've got some very short female friends and some friends who are your height, so I'm sort of sitting still, very much in the middle. But yeah, out of all my like friends, I am normally the one who's like can reach something because I'm that bit taller than them or whatever, and they're little, and I'm like, how am I then classified as the short arse in my family?
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not 6 foot or 5'10".
I tell them I go into the real world and people think I'm tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I come home and it's like, wait, shorty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that we are both victimised for our height, even though we are still, you know.
Well, I just jump and get it. I'm like, screw you guys, I can do it. I can achieve. You can't put me down. I always remember though at graduation, I was with S Club, and S Club's family are very small. They're all very small women. I think even small men. I'm not sure. I can't remember seeing her dad. So after graduation, when we'd all come out together and we're looking for our families, I've sort of scanned the room, gone, there's my Land of Giants family. Oh, come on, S Club, let's go. So she's come with me, and then she's trying to find her family and has got no luck because she's like, I can't.
Yeah, because it's just a sea of people.
And she's obviously looking for small people. And then there's just, well, my mum's blonde, but most of my family have got brown hair. So I'm like, oh, there they are. The tall ones, let's go. And found them. And
that is the benefit of having like taller than average women in your family, is you can spot them a mile off.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm very people. I've never been that bothered about how tall a bloke is at all. Never. I've dated down. I've dated short men.
Whoa.
Very short, yeah.
Wow.
I know. Well, for a woman though, that's quite unusual. Most women are like, oh, I want them to be taller. I've never wanted them to be taller. I've always dated men my own height or slightly shorter. And then I'm obviously now with someone new, and he is 6'7". So it is quite nice.
7?
Yeah. Yeah, 6
Is he like in the Guinness World Book or something? You know what I'm
No, I've got friends who are taller.
Who are you hanging out with?
I live in the land of giants. Ever like that, I feel small.
You know, I sometimes feel short, but most people I hang around with are like 6'9". What?
It's weird because like where I work as well, we have like quite a few men who are 6'5" and over, and then you also have quite a few men who are 5'4" and under. It's so strange. It is literally like being in, is it Gulliver's Travels? It's like It's like being in Gulliver's Travels. You've got all these tiny short people and then these really tall people.
Wow.
So strange. But yeah, so my partner's 6'7", which means I can actually spot him in a crowd, unlike all of my exes that have been like short horses and I've had to like root around and try and find.
Wow, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, we've hit the hour and 10 mark.
Oh, God, we have. We blathered on.
We blathered
today.
We've changed the name of the podcast to Blathering On. That's
Blathering with Dani and Adele.
We blather a lot, darling. We really do.
Hello and welcome to Blathering.
Hello and welcome to Blathering On with Adele and Dani. This was episode 14.
Episode 1? Well, no, this is episode 1 of Blathering.
Oh, yes, of course. We're not on episode 14 yet.
No.
We've changed the podcast name, so now we're on episode 1. Very good. Spiffing, some would even say. Very nice.
Indeed.
Indeed, one doesn't love it, doesn't they? Well, we'll sign off now in our new characters we've created. My name is... I don't know what my name could be.
Veronica Figginsbottom.
Oh, Veronica Figginsbottom. Hello.
Yes.
That is I.
I don't have a name for me yet, though.
Veronica Figginsbottom says hello to Angelica Wainfor.
Oh, okay.
Angelica
Wainsfor. Okay. This is Angelica Wainsfor signing off.
We're signing off. We're sending our husbands off to war. It's very good time indeed. It's the roaring 20s, wouldn't you believe it?
Everything is black and white. We can't tell what colour anything is.
We've essentially got dog vision. I don't know why we've got dog vision. The televisions were in black and white, but I don't know why real life is. But hello. It's lovely. It really is.
I think we need to end this.
Goodbye.
End it.
What was my name again? Something Higginsbottom? Veronica?
Veronica Higginsbottom.
Ciao from Veronica Higginsbottom.
Okay, I'm just going to say goodbye,
goodbye
to
Angelica.
me, and I'm also going to apologise for just how fucking bizarre this has gone. Just so bizarre.
What do you mean?
No, I don't. Well, it was. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to apologise for what you have endured.
Angelica, say goodbye.
And
Veronica
Angelica is also
goodbye.
saying ciao and goodbye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.